if you're a brand and you're already successful, all right, not on Amazon yet, and thinking about Amazon and or planning to, what are like 2 to 3 things that they should know?
So it's going to be category dependent. Okay. If you are entering a big category and your product is kind of generic, then you need to prepare for a dogfight. Yeah. You need to be prepared to invest heavily in order to be successful. Yeah. So you need to throw a lot of money into PPC, into external sources. You need to throw the kitchen sink to make your presence known, to get ranked, to get all your product out there, to be known. So if you're an established brand, that's what you kind of need to do. Yeah, and you really need to study the competition on how they've adapted to Amazon. Like what, yeah, and then make sure your products are able to be translated in that same fashion. If you are a huge brand, I would recommend you hire an agency, one that you run, one that I've worked for. Yeah, because your in-house team, your marketing intern guy, is not going to know jack about Amazon. There is a lot to learn and a lot to know about Amazon. It's a huge game. Yeah. So we've done it long enough where I would say we've got our black belt.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're just starting out and you're probably a white belt, and if you're running your own one or three products, you're a blue belt. If I want to put it in a jiu-jitsu kind of context.
Yeah.
Okay,
we got our black belts for sure.
Yeah, we discovered that the hard way, right? When I jumped into client work for the first time, I was like, oh my God, I do not know jack. There was a lot more that I didn't know about, because when you start managing 50 to 100 product brands, it's a whole different ballgame, right? And so that's why I can say I've got my black belt. I've been in the trenches. So for brands, hire an agency. Don't think your random marketing intern that graduated in marketing is just going to pick up Amazon. I've seen a lot of big brands just struggle. Like brands that we all know and use suck at Amazon. They absolutely suck at Amazon. They don't do the A+ content properly. They don't do copy properly. They do not understand the algorithm. They don't invest in enough PPC. Yeah. So yeah, it's a tricky channel, and for sure you need to do that. And the other thing is that they have their brand, but they don't leverage it enough. So what I mean by that is, if they have an email list, they're not using it to pump Amazon listings. If they have social media, they're not pumping the Amazon listings. If they push that hard, even for a couple of weeks, it will make the world of difference. Their listings will just shoot up in the algorithm. But they don't. Well, they either don't do it, or they don't know how to do it, or they think it will affect their other channels.
Yeah.
Right? But the reality is that it's like a typical retailer. They're like, no, that's going to affect my in-store traffic and blah, blah, blah. Over a third of basically a third of Americans have a Prime account, right? Over 100 plus million out of the 300 million Americans have a Prime account. And you're saying, no, they're going to drive and walk to my store. That's stupid. Not everyone's going to do that. They're more likely going to pull up their app, look at what you have on Amazon. They see that you have a good catalog on Amazon, and then they might go to the store and try it on. Right? Or if they kind of know their fit, they know what they want to buy, they'll just buy it immediately. So that is a giant mistake in terms of how retailers think about their marketing channels. They try and keep it very insulated, but they don't kind of look at using that to leverage Amazon. So that's